This is the Polaroid Swinger 20 from around 1965. If anyone asks me how I got into photography, I'd describe a camera like this, which I would have had about 1975. But before that, around about 1968, 69, when I was very small, I was given one of these little beauties.
The Swinger, the incredible new low-priced Polaroid land camera for black and white pictures in 10 seconds.
This Polaroid Swinger was produced between 1965 and 1970. It retailed at $19.95, which made it incredibly inexpensive. In fact, it was the first truly inexpensive instant camera, and this fact alone made it incredibly popular with people. For the first time, people could go out and take pictures, develop them immediately. Fantastic. This camera is incredibly easy to use. Basically, you had one control, and that's this button here. Basically what you do is you squeeze the button and you rotate it until you see a yes in the viewfinder. When you've got the yes in the viewfinder, you're good to go. Press the button. At that point, you pull the tab on this end of the camera and the film is pulled out of the camera and you can tear it off.
Meet the Swinger, the incredible new Polaroid land camera for $19.95. It talks to you. Swing it up and take a look. Then turn the knob until it says yes, right in the viewfinder. Okay, you've got the right setting. 10 seconds later, you zip off a perfect black and white picture.
There's a distance guide here, but this is for flash only. A flash bulb would be inserted into this hole here. And really, that's it. If I open it up, you can see where you place the film cartridge inside. The camera, which is made of plastic, is mostly empty. And the instructions are simply written on the back of the camera. The Swinger used Polaroid 20 series roll film. This was the first film that Polaroid produced which could be developed outside the camera. That meant that the photographer has to peel apart the final image, which meant that timing was a kind of critical thing. It only used black and white film, and probably due to the sort of plastic nature of the lens, it didn't produce an incredibly good image. By 1970, people were a little fed up with the poor image quality and sales went down. Most people who bought one of these cameras only used 2 rolls of film. So they tend to be quite expensive photographs, and you factor in half the cost of the camera every time you put a film in. That said, this was the most popular Polaroid camera of its time. It was in lots of American drugstores, UK chemists rather than camera shops, and it massively increased Polaroid's market share. These days, well, it's basically just an ornament. Quite an ugly ornament. I quite like it though, and it brings back lots of memories. So, the Polaroid Swinger Model 20.